Mic check. Shalom, Israel. All praises. Shabbat Shalom, to be exact. All praise to the Most High. So, you already know what it is. Another segment of Sound Doctrine. I felt like this particular class, I think I came up with the class title maybe like Monday or Tuesday. Usually I start working on my lessons maybe like 2 or 3 days in advance. And it'd be because it's always predicated on, what's going on. Sometimes, recently we've been going through the Torah, and it's crazy because the name of this lesson is Brotherhood over Breakdowns. But it's still it's a Torah lesson. It's still through Torah. Now, we're not going to be in Torah the whole time, but we're going to talk about how brotherhood is in Torah, right? And this was kind of sparked from a few things that have been going on recently. I just had a really good conversation with a brother. Some of y'all may know him, Gorilla Hebrew Alazar, right? We was just on the phone. We was having a conversation. I spoke with the brother for probably a little over an hour. And I told him, I said, you came up with that phrase, and it was a really profound phrase, because what happens is a lot of people are so focused on these different breakdowns, on understanding this prophecy, on understanding this history, and this doctrine, and they know all of this information, but something so basic yet so important, a lot of people miss out. Brotherhood and righteousness. That's law. To treat your brother with respect, to love your brother, is law. And so all of these people be having all of these strong, profound breakdowns, but they don't be loving their brother, which is law. Now, what does that look like? That's anything from you disrespectful, you're lying, you're slandering. And then on the other side, you think you loving your brother, but you're scared to correct them. You're scared to check them so that, these brothers stop sinning and stop doing wrong. It goes both ways. But all of these people be having these profound, deep breakdowns because you watch 100 hours of YouTube and y'all don't understand the basics. And so what goes on in Israel, Bishop Tazayawan said it last week. We need to stop a few weeks ago. We need to stop looking for good teachers. And we need to start looking for great leaders. Them two different things. And a lot of people don't understand the difference. And so I'm watching Israel, and I'm looking how people are moving. I'm looking at all the current events and situations going on. It's been a lot. And a lot of this could be stopped if niggas just understood the law. If you just understood how to be a righteous brother or sister, if you just understood what brotherhood and righteousness is, right? So that was the foundation or the inspiration behind this class and the title of this class. Real quick, because I don't want to get rebuked for it. I hope leadership don't get mad at me. We supposed to be wearing crimson. I was wearing my new Black True Nation hoodie. I thought it looked dope, so I wanted to wear it. I hope y'all don't put me in counsel for this. I hope I don't get rebuked for this. I promise I'm going to tell everybody else, hey, y'all can't do this, though, and I ain't going to do it no more. I promise. I promise I ain't going to do it no more. Shout out to the good brother that actually made this hoodie, a brother over at Sakari. His name is Bazak. He's out in Long Beach. He does embroidery. So if you got a congregation or you got an idea that you want, that's the guy to go to. But yeah, Salakia family, don't be mad at me. I won't do it again. So let's get into the lesson. You already know what to do. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 4. This is the foundation of the class. The foundation of the class.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 2. For I give you good doctrine.
Come on.
Forsake ye not my law.
I give you good doctrine. The good doctrine is the fear of the Lord. The good doctrine is not forsaking the law. The good doctrine is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. That is the good doctrine, right? The reason why I came up with this particular class name was because, go to 2 Timothy 4. The good doctrine has been laid out. The problem is, imagine you get the whole blueprint, and the blueprint is in your face, and you say, nah, and this is the perfect blueprint. You're like, I want to tweak that, though. But I don't want to do that. I want to do it this way. It's already there for you. But y'all think y'all know better than the manual. This is what goes on. 2 Timothy 4 and 3. This is where the name of this segment came from. Go ahead.
Book of 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
There was going to be a time, and that time is now, where people will not endure sound doctrine. Come on.
But after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers.
But after their own lusts, after their own desires, after what they want to do, as opposed to what the scriptures say, I want to do this, I want to do that. It said they're going to do what?
After their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers.
Come on.
Having itching ears.
Having itching ears. Come on.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
And shall do what?
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
Come on.
And shall be turned unto fables.
And that's what's going on. It is, and it's so crazy because people are so in their own minds and justifying the things that they do. They don't even realize that this is what's going on. So the time is now where people are not enduring sound doctrine, sound judgment, sound law. People are doing what they want to do, and you know what? If you're not gonna let me do it, I'm gonna go find a congregation that lets me do it, or I'm gonna start a congregation that lets me do it. I got itching ears. I'm gonna go over there because they do what my lust is. The Bible don't say. Well, I want to spin the Bible so this is saying what I want it to say. Y'all won't let me do it, so I'm gonna go over there. That's what's going on. And that's why you see so much folly in Israel, right? There's a situation that happened today, which is part of the conversation that I was having with the brother. Me, for those of you that know, I'm on a podcast with my brother Abaya over at NIOC. It's me, him, and a brother named Rick Judah. His congregation is Church of Louisville. We have a podcast, Inside the Nation Radio. And so yesterday, we hadn't done a segment in a while. Yesterday, we do a segment because it came out that there is a, I don't want YouTube to strike us. There was a sister in Israel who was, what's the word? Who was conveying themselves as a brother in Israel, in the truth. This individual had a wife, and all. So it comes out, and we're like, whoa, right? We do a show on it, and we talk about it, and we specifically do the show because I'm gonna be honest, it looked like a little, at best, it looked like a little boy or a little stud muffin, one of the two. This didn't look like no man. It didn't look like no man, right? So So yeah, like at the beard didn't even look like a beard. It looked like PCOS at best. It didn't look like a beard, right? So we talking about it, and the reason why we talk about it is because we say, for those of y'all who may get confused, y'all see the picture. That's not a brother. That is a sister. So we sound the alarm as righteous brothers warning the people. That's what this is for. So then there was a room that was open on Clubhouse. This particular sister was in the room, and they were questioning the sister. And it was, I assume, because they posted the link to our video at the top of their room, I assume it was because of the video that we made. So I'm listening. I'm listening to the questions. I'm listening to the reasoning. I'm listening to how they dealing with the sister. And I'm like, yo, these the same people that be spazzing on Christians. These the same people that be going hard on the community, that community. These are the same people that be going in on Muslims and all of these other people. But for this particular individual, all of a sudden y'all coddling, y'all being more emotional than righteous. And this wasn't everybody on the stage, but it was a number of people. And I'm like, yo, y'all the same brothers. I come in here and I listen to y'all do breakdowns all the time. Y'all know all these breakdowns, but all of a sudden when it comes to the law, like that's a matter of literal law, Deuteronomy and Leviticus. We talking about two different abominations: wounded in the stones, or your stones cut off, or your privy member cut off, possibly, and laying with a woman as mankind. It's sin. But we ain't trying to judge it as so. And that I'm listening, and I'm like, yo, yeah, you know, the brother's a good brother, and da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting there in the comments like, yo, this ain't a matter of somebody's character. Like, nigga, if he's a good person, whatever. This is a matter of, are you a boy or a girl? If you are a girl and you're portraying yourself as a boy, you sinning. Like, back in that time when we would do certain Akan. For those of you who don't know the story of Akan was somebody in the time of Joshua. The Lord said, when y'all go destroy these people, don't take none of their stuff. Destroy them, move on. Akan said, damn, I like this. I like that garment. I'm going to take it and hide it under my tent. Nobody's going to know. And I'm going to take the gold and silver that I found too. Nobody's going to know. They go back out to war and they getting towed up. People dying. They're like, yo, I thought the Lord told us to do this. Why are we getting killed? Most High said somebody disobeyed me. I told y'all not to do boom, boom, boom. Somebody went and did it. They had to figure out who it was. And when they figured it out, they stoned him. They stoned him and his family. Got rid of all of them. The whole family. Because, I mean, they had to have known it was under their tent. So everybody got judged, right? I said, and this is how I'm processing it. I'm like, yo, this person goes to war, or this person's on the line, or this person's doing this, and that, and they are we have sin in the camp. If you're allowing this, you're allowing sin in the camp. Why are we dealing with this with kid gloves? What are we doing? But that showed me, in that particular moment, that showed me people who know all of these breakdowns and prophecies in history don't know the milk, the law. Don't know the milk, don't know the law. And brothers are not truly understanding true brotherhood, because brotherhood is more than just, that's my God. Oh, I'm going to go to war with you. Okay, but now when it's time to judge, when it's time to tell your brother he wrong, when it's time to do these different things, brotherhood can withstand all of that. Matter of fact, brotherhood will be strengthened if you do right in these situations. But a lot of people don't understand that. Let's go to Hebrews 13. Hebrews 13, and I want to read verse 4. Read it when you got it out.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Salakia 13 and verse 1. Salakia, verse 1.
Verse 1. Let brotherly love continue.
Let brotherly love continue. That's all that verse say. Let brotherly love continue. Go to Psalm 133 and 1. Let brotherly love continue. Not let it cease. Not let it go for a time. Let it always continue. Let brotherly love continue. Go ahead. Psalm 133 and verse 1. Read that.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 133 and verse 1.
Come on.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
In what?
In unity.
In unity. In oneness. That's not just, because that's my friend. That's talking about we have the same mindset. We got the same judgment. We got the same thought process when it comes to these things. And that thought process is the manual. That's what it's talking about. Dwelling together in unity is not dwelling together because, I like you. I like the way you teach. You like the way I teach. We got good breakdowns together. No. Unity in righteousness, unity in judgment, unity in the spirit, unity in the law. Go to 1 Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. We're gonna start at verse 1.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Watch this.
Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal.
It says, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, if I don't have charity, that particular word charity in certain translation is love. Is love. So when we talking about brotherhood, we talking about sincere love. So I can have all of these profound breakdowns. That brother, he speak Hebrew, he speak Greek. Damn it, he could talk to the 10 tribes because he speaks Spanish. He done learned the ancient language of the Aztecs. So what? So what? He's a great orator. So what? He don't got love for his people. He said to the Most High, that's just noise. Just noise. Verse 2, read on.
Verse 2. And though I have the gift of prophecy.
Brothers got the best prophecy breakdowns. Most High, man, look, man, that's a powerful teacher. The Lord dealing with that brother. He's breaking down these prophecies. Read on.
And understand all mysteries.
Listen. Hey, you want to know about the end times? Go to such and such. You want to know about that Daniel 7 breakdown? Man, that second Ezra, man, such and such got that. Though you can do all of that. Come on.
And all knowledge. And though I have all faith.
And I got, man, I believe in the Most High. The Lord dealing with me. You got all of that faith. Read.
So that I can remove mountains.
Come on.
And have not charity.
But I ain't got love. But I don't have love for the brotherhood. For righteousness' sake. Read.
I am nothing.
I'm what?
I am nothing.
You ain't. That's right. You ain't nothing. A lot of people be so stuck on, man, the best teachers, brothers. I realized this, and I was talking to a brother earlier. I said, brothers be so hell bent on debates and these deep breakdowns. Who's doing what? Oh, y'all brothers, the new recent thing is some brothers right now that's stirring up controversy. Which Sabbath do we keep? Oh, y'all brothers that's teaching the Saturday Sabbath, y'all in idolatry. Oh, y'all got excuse my language, y'all got y'all head up the white man's ass. Your intention is to sow discord. That's your literal intention. You don't have love for the brotherhood and righteousness. Then you teach all of that. People say something about it. Well, I was just teaching a lesson. No, nigga, you was starting problems. Because you knew people was going to respond to it. And you knew the manner in which they were going to respond to it. Then it was an argument just a little before that about the covenant. New covenant, old covenant. Another one that wasn't a genuine lesson. It was to sow discord. You know all of these prophecies and these breakdowns. You got all of this knowledge. You learning Hebrew and Greek and all of that. But you don't got true love. Most High said you are nothing if you don't got love. Read on, verse 3.
Verse 3. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profited me nothing.
Don't that sound like charity, though? Don't it sound like they do it? Here's the thing. Some people do it to be seen. Some people do it so other people can say, that's such a good brother. That brother, look at all of them lessons he doing. That brother deep really cares about the nation. No, niggas be doing it for their own gain. People be doing it because they want that attention and clout. Brothers do these things so they can be seen of men. That's what be going on. That's not true love. That's not true love for your brothers and for the brotherhood. Verse 4.
Verse 4. Charity suffereth long.
Charity suffereth long. Charity is long suffering. Charity is patient. Excuse me. Love is patient. Because that's what the whole thing about having here's the thing. Having a charitable heart, having a charitable mind, right? And this is why sometimes it's translated as love. In order to be a charitable individual, you have to have a certain kind of heart. You have to have a selfless heart, a selfless spirit. You have to. Because if you don't, everything you're doing is probably vain. The things that you are doing is vain in the sense that it ain't gonna mean nothing, and it's vain in the sense that you're doing it for yourself. Yes, sir. For your own gain. That's what we're talking about. So it says charity is long suffering. An individual who has a sincere charitable heart, sincere love, is going to be long suffering, is going to be patient and understanding with you in righteousness now. In righteousness. Read on.
And is kind.
Charity is kind. Love is kind. Again, in righteousness. One of the most loving people in our history. Also one of the most vicious people in our history. King David. Another one, Moses. These was individuals that had all the reason in the world to get rid of us. Had many a times where there were situations they was put in and they was like, nah, because I can't do that. That's not right. In my heart, that's not right. And these were righteous individuals. Different type of heart that these people had, these brothers had. Love or charity is kind. Read.
Charity envieth not.
That's a big one. Oh, that's a big one. Because going back up to verse 3, though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and I don't have charity, I'm nothing, right? It says to have a loving heart, sincere loving heart, to have a charitable heart. You don't have envy in your heart. You not compare. You don't have that spirit of competition, emulation. Everything is sincere. You not in a race with your brother. One thing that Saul was pissed off about was what? Saul slew his what? Thousands, and David his what? Y'all saying this nigga better than me? You didn't love David. Right. That's not love. When you got true love, a true charitable, sincere heart, it envies not. There is no competition. There is no secret emulation. There's none of that. Read on.
Charity vaunteth not itself.
Read.
It's not puffed up.
It says it vaunteth not itself, and it's not puffed up. When you got charity, when you got a sincere loving heart, you ain't moving in the spirit of, I'm better than you. That's right. Bow down. Those that have a sincere, loving, charitable heart are some of the most humble individuals. Those leaders that you see that humble themselves down to the people, that's true love and charity. I know people be thinking that I just be saying this because, you know, he's our leader, but I look at people like Bishop Josiah. That's right. People don't even be knowing that that is the leader of every true. All of the bishops are under this bishop. Right. The bishops in Ghana, the bishops all through West Africa, those congregations, the bishop in Georgia, the bishops here, all of the apostles. Everybody's up under that man, and people don't even be knowing it. Brothers have actually been like, oh, that's y'all bishop? I would not have known. Because of the way that he carries himself, he moves like he's just a brother. Charity don't they don't sit themselves up like this when you got a true charitable, loving heart. Read on.
Verse 5, doth not behave itself unseemly.
It don't, but this is a big one that a lot of Israelites do. These niggas don't know how to act. It don't do what?
Does not behave itself unseemly.
You don't behave yourself unseemly. Niggas showed me that I sinned. It wasn't wise. It was an ugly look. It was a bad look. It was not in wisdom. It turned somebody off or away from the walk because of the way that you conducted yourself. And when you got true love and charity, you think about things like that. And you conduct yourself in a fashion that, okay, let me make sure that I am not an offense or a stumbling block to anyone. I'll give you guys an example. Bishop Izar spoke about it a little earlier. There was an individual. I'll give you guys a little bit of the backstory. There was an individual on social media. I made a post, and I said something about there was an argument made in a lesson that I was listening to, and I said that is probably one of the dumbest arguments a person can make. And I put in quotes, saying whatever it was that I said is a dumb argument. That's what I said, or a stupid argument. This person comes under the post, nigga, but you won't debate, blah, 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 blah. I said, I don't debate people that I don't respect. I said, and I'm pretty sure you're not even qualified to have this conversation. Stop riding these men. And I left it at that. Brothers start swinging off the hinges, talking crazy, right? Crazy. First thing he says, nigga, I will rob you outside of your congregation. I said, yeah? I said, you live in L.A.? He said, no, but I visit frequently. I said, okay. I said, well, our address ain't private. So, all right. He said, nigga, I looked it up, and it says something. Nigga, DM me the address, and I'll pull up on you. First instinct was to DM him the address. Because in my head, I'm like, I'm going to pull up. That's first instinct. I said, but you know what? I said, if I do that, two things are going to happen. Number one, I'm going to get a call from Tazaiwan. And I know I'm going to get a call from Tazaiwan. And I'm going to get an earful. Number two, I have brothers here that are under me that I have to make sure that I conduct myself a certain way. So if they step out of bounds, I can say something to them and not be a hypocrite. So I said, you in the truth and you're threatening to rob me? That's crazy. But okay. Then he went on, you was talking ish, said that I was D-riding and da-da-da-da-da. Nigga, I draw down on you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you supposed to be in the truth? You gonna draw down on me and all of this other stuff? And I don't want to hear that Bible shit when I pull up, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah? I'm like, okay. Mind you, tribe of Judah, real Hebrew, all of this stuff in his bio, right? And then the conversation goes on. And he brings his tone down a little bit. And then he says, well, I won't even draw down on you. I'll politely ask you, do you want to fight me? I said, that's what he said, right? I said, I don't fight my own people. I said, but understand that if you decide to pull up, I will defend myself. His response, then use a bitch. Them was his words. I said, really? I said, is that supposed to hurt my feelings? I said, I'm a grown man. You think it hurts my feelings you calling me the B word? I said, that's kid stuff. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. Fast forward 2 days later. Now remember, he said he wanted to fight me. Fast forward 2 days later, which was today. I was at the gym. I was training. I put up a little clip of me moving around a bag or whatever. And in the post, I said something along the lines of, I am the nicest Israelite. I do not want to fight my people. And because I refuse to fight my people, that don't make me scary. I just love you enough to not hurt you. That's what I said. He pops up. Imagine you doing all of this training just to be shot by a skinny nigga like me. Them was his words. And I'm looking. Now, at this point, I'm like, I got to watch my words, right? But I'm like, I will hurt this man. Like, I will really hurt this man. And I'm sitting there just like, you know what? So I send it to this small group that I have in my phone with a couple of brothers. And there's one particular brother in there. And he's like, yo, why does he keep popping up, basically? I said, bro, I don't know. I said, but at this point, there's just certain things you control, but there's just certain things you don't say, right? Because for me, when you say things like that, in my brain, you mean it. So if you say that, you meant it. So if I see you, I'm going to meet you with that energy, right? So I'm sitting there having to check myself on how it is that I'm going to deal with this situation. And I said, just the other day you said you wanted to fight me. What happened? Right? So what happened was he thought I didn't want to fight him because I was scared. No, I didn't want to fight you because I don't want to beat you up. Right? So now he's, I'm going to shoot you, da-da-da-da. Look. Them ain't the problems that you want either. But for me, I'm like, I don't want to be that person on social media. I don't want people to be like, oh, look at what Darash is saying. So I'm trying to meet it with wisdom. And he got me to one point, and I told him, I said, look, The reason why I said I won't fight you is because I will really beat your you know what. Now, I'm saying all of this to say, this same foolish, wicked individual, it started off with a breakdown that I didn't agree with. And he got mad at something that I said to him. Oh, nigga, yeah, by the way, he said this toward the end of this post too. Nigga, I ain't your brother either. Okay, I don't care. Okay. But my thing is, you saying you an Israelite, Bible believing Israelite, and you willing to forsake the brotherhood in righteousness according to the Bible because you started something. You didn't like something I said, and now you threatening to shoot me and beat me up and all of this other stuff. This is why brotherhood over breakdown is so important. To understand that no matter, we can disagree all day, but as a grown man, a grown supposed to be godly man, we should be able to disagree and still be respectful one to another. Because mind you, I will never start anything and say anything disrespectful. But if I feel like you said something disrespectful, I might throw a jab in there. Now, you as a grown man, your feelings shouldn't get hurt to the point where, oh, I'll shoot you. No, you won't. I promise you won't. I'll beat you up. No, I promise you won't. Because I told him, he said, you a B word. I said, well, pull up to my gym and find out how much of a B word I am. Why would I fight you in a controlled environment? I said, for your safety. For your safety. Because, like, let's be honest. Okay, we take away the gloves. We take away the gloves, and we open it up to grappling too. I'm going to hurt you. Before I was boxing, I was grappling and learning. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing with me. And I'm bigger than you, and I'm stronger than you. You can't do nothing with me. What you talking about? You feel me? Like, what are you doing? But because of my love for Israel, I took the high road. I was about 27 different B words. Maybe 30. Keep it even. I'm about 30 different B words. I've been threatened to he going to shoot me. He going to rob me. He going to do this. He going to do that. And through all of that, I said, you know what? You got it, bro. Left it at that. Because for me, unless you pull up and you put me in a position to have to hurt you, I'm not calling me. I'm a grown man. I got a family that I'm providing for. I got a body that I'm helping to lead. I'm not finna sit up here and fight with you because you mad. But I got men here that I'm teaching to control their emotions. What makes you think I'm going to sit up here and get emotional because you called me out my name? I've never done that. You a B word. That's as long as you don't put your hands on me and find out whether I am or not, we good. We good. Because to me, moving in this type of spirit is the most important thing. Oh, it has to be. A lot of people be so hell-bent on these breakdowns, trying to learn all of these different breakdowns. It was literally an argument about the Sabbath, lunar Sabbath versus Friday sundown, Saturday sundown. You so mad about what I said about a breakdown that you want to fight me. Where is your spirit of love? But you know what's crazy? When you look in Israel, and I know people are like, man, get to the damn scriptures. I will in a second. You know what's crazy? when you look at Israel right now, all of these people that know all of these breakdowns, but got ugly spirits, got ugly hearts. Wow. Brothers holding grudges, sisters holding grudges, spouses not getting along, marriages failing. All of this backbiting and gossiping and slandering and failed marriages and broken kids, and we supposed to be in the truth. Yes, sir. Ain't no brotherhood, ain't no sisterhood in this truth, because it's too many people looking for good teachers and not great leaders. Too many people seeking breakdowns instead of seeking brotherhood and righteousness. That's what's plaguing Israel right now. What Bishop Tazai want to say? I ain't mad though, but it's a lot of Israelites that still some. That's what he said in one of his songs. It's a lot of Israelites that still some a-holes. You in this walk and you don't know how to deal with your brother or your sister. You got all of this knowledge, but you got all of this leaven in your heart. I'm going to talk about that in a second too. Continue on. Verse 5. Let's start. I'm sorry. Start 5 from the top, please.
Verse 5. Doth not behave itself unseemly.
Come on.
Seeketh not her own.
It don't seek its own. It don't seek its own glory. It don't seek its own attention. That's not what charity does it for. They do it because charity is selfless. Read on.
It's not easily provoked.
Read that again.
It's not easily provoked.
What's another word for that? Discipline. When you're not easily provoked, you got discipline, self-control. True love is that. Read on.
Thinketh no evil.
Does what?
Thinketh no evil.
It don't think evil. It don't think wickedness. Read.
Rejoiceth not in iniquity.
Read that again.
Rejoiceth not in iniquity.
There's a lot of Israel that still rejoice in iniquity. I listen to some of these brothers' music. Some sisters too. Glorying in their past life. Wow. I used to sell bricks by the kilos. Nigga, so what? Right. So what? And it's one thing to, throw it in a song here and there, but when it's in every one of your songs about what you did in your past life, let's move on. Put in your songs what you doing in this work, in this walk. What works you putting in here? Instead of you breaking down the kilo, nigga, talk about how you breaking down the scriptures. What are we talking about? Put in work on the block. Do you put in work now? Like, it's a lot of Israel that look back. They miss it. Wow. I hear it all the time. I was talking to my brother earlier today, and I said, it's so crazy. And he said, man, brothers coming to the truth, and you hear from them. They used to be kingpins in the world. I said, bro, these niggas be really out here lying. You was a gangbanger. You was active. You was a kingpin. You was this. You was that. Nobody cares. What are you now? Stop rejoicing in your past life. Stop trying to make people scared of you. You should be seeking love in righteousness. You should be seeking righteous reverence. Not for people to be scared of you because you used to gangbang, used to sell drugs, used to be a shooter. You shut up. What you doing now? What you doing now for the Lord? But Israel want to rejoice in evil. Come on, or in iniquity. Read on.
But rejoiceth in the truth.
Rejoiceth in what?
In the truth.
Rejoiceth in the truth, in the law, in the faith, in righteousness. That's what true charity and true love rejoice in. Read on.
Beareth all things.
Does what?
Beareth all things.
It is willing to bear all things. Whatever burdens brothers and sisters have, if you got a true loving, charitable heart, you're going to bear that with your brother and your sister. Read.
Believeth all things.
Believes all things in righteousness. Believes all the prophecies. Believes in these laws. Believes in Yahweh Shai and the faith in Yahweh Shai. Read.
Hopeth all things.
Hopeth all things. Hoping for righteousness. Hoping for salvation. Hoping that Israel get it right. Come on.
Endureth all things.
And that's a big one. Endureth all things. Is durable. Come on.
Charity never faileth.
Charity doesn't fail. When you doing this for somebody else and you moving in the spirit of selflessness, it ain't gonna fail. Come on.
But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail.
Come on.
Whether they be tongues, they shall cease.
Read.
Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
It says everything else will stop. Everything else will stop. But from today's time to the kingdom and to infinity and beyond, charity will always be necessary for a nation of flourish and righteousness. Prophecies, eventually all the prophecies going to be done. Eventually, brothers in conversation now, the tongue cease. You will stop talking. But charity and selflessness and true love is going to be something that never fails and never stops. That's what it's talking about right here. Go to Matthew. To the point of what we're talking about with charity, true love, right? Matthew chapter 7. And let's start at verse 21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 21.
Come on.
Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
This is crazy. People, oh, them Christians and Catholics. No, nigga, them Israelites. He talking to Israel right now. These Israelites that are listening to the Pharisees that are in Jerusalem that know the law. He's talking to his people saying, hey, yo, listen to me. Not everybody who acknowledges me as Lord is going to make it to the kingdom. But watch what else he says. Read on.
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
So you could say, oh, Yahweh Shai, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. But you not obeying the Most High God. Christ's like, I don't care about that. Watch this. Read on.
Verse 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works?
We was preaching Yahweh Shai. We was on the corners. We was on the block. We was pulling people into the truth. We was saving souls. Didn't we do all of that? Wasn't we getting people off of drugs? Wasn't we getting these people off the street? Wasn't we out there passing out food? What we doing all of these things? Wasn't we on the highways and the byways rebuking? We was passing out flyers. All of that we was doing. What Christ gonna say?
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
And through all of that and everything you did, Christ said, who is you? Bro, you ain't never had my spirit on you. Ooh. Wait. You was out teaching. You was out passing out flyers. You was out rebuking. You was debating. You was doing all of that. And Christ still said, I never knew you. I never knew you. But then he clears it up. He says, get away from me, ye that work iniquity. Not ye that sin. them two different things. Iniquity versus sin. For those that don't know. To sin is literally to sin, to transgress the law. A worker of iniquity is an individual who has a pattern, an individual who has a propensity, an individual who is a serial sinner. Your lifestyle is wicked. So while you out here teaching the law, but you a flagrant, consistent fornicator, while you out here teaching the law and you rebuking these people, but you got consistent hatred and grudging in your heart and sowing discord all the time, while you out here debating and defending the gospel, but you a liar and a cheater and all of these different things, get away from me, ye that work iniquity. And there's a lot of people in Israel that forget. I may not see everything you do, but Yahweh sees everything that you do. Well, it's cool though, because on Saturday I'm gonna go out and gather the people. Get away from me, ye that work iniquity. I don't care about them fringes that you got on. Because what you got those on for? Your heart wicked. You might as well go back out there and do your thing out there. You in this truth rebuking and all of that, but you a whoremonger. How many wives you done put away? How many brothers you done hated and sown discord for? How many times you done stole from your brothers, lied to your brothers? Like, this is, people don't really understand the Bible. And it's brothers' jobs in righteousness to have these ugly conversations that don't nobody want to have. Because that's my friend. If that's your friend, and that's your brother, you will seek true brotherhood and righteousness. And a lot of people are not doing that.
Wow.
What did I just have you read out?
It was verse 23, Matthew 7.
Khan, that was 23?
That was 23.
Khan, let's go to Ecclesiasticus. Let me show you something. So we was talking about all of that. Remember we just read about charity and love. All of these people we got in Israel right now teaching and rebuking and debating and doing breakdowns. You did all of that, but you ain't have none of this in 1 Corinthians 13. That's why Yahweh Shai said, get out my face. You didn't do that for me. You didn't do that for righteousness. You didn't do that for the betterment of the kingdom. You did that so people will look at you and be like, oh, that's a mighty breakdown, brother. That's a powerful teacher, brother. You wanted people to come to you, not to me. You wanted the attention and the clout. You using this for sport. You collecting money from the, whatever it is, but it wasn't for me and it wasn't sincere. So with all of that you did, get away from me, ye that work iniquity. That's what that's talking about in Matthew 7. And this is talking about the leaders of Israel. The people that's doing the work in Israel. Ecclesiasticus 19 and 24.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19 and verse 24. He that hath small understanding and feareth God is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
I don't care about your breakdowns. Do you fear me? Do you love your neighbor as yourself? Are you moving in righteousness? Are you obeying the two great commandments? Because if you not, I don't care. It said a person who ain't got a whole lot of understanding but is sincerely trying to fear the Lord. How do you fear the Lord? By obeying these laws, the laws that talk about loving the Lord your God with all your heart and all your might and all your soul and all your strength. which is a portion of the entire Torah, and then love your neighbor as yourself, which is the other portion of the entire Torah. Are you doing those things? If you're not, I don't give a damn about your breakdowns. I don't. Because them breakdowns don't mean nothing. A person that has little understanding but fears God is much greater than an individual who know all of these breakdowns, got all this knowledge, but don't truly fear Yahweh. Don't truly love Yahweh or his brother. The book of stay in Sirach, go to chapter 6. We're going to start at verse 7. We're going to read all the way down to 16. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7.
Verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
If you find a brother, or you find someone else, a potential brother, you find a friend, you need to make sure that you prove them, right? You can't just jump out the gate and say, that's my friend. You don't know what type of person that person is. Get to know them. Read.
And be not hasty to credit him. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Read.
And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
So it's telling you, this is why you prove a friend, because some friends ain't real friends, and some friends going to switch on you when stuff get bad. Some friends was never solid to begin with, and they'll turn to enmity, to hatred, for whatever reason. Some brothers are just not solid. And they seem like they were solid early on, but there's something in their heart and in their spirit. Read on. Verse 11. Sisters too. Salakia, you right. Read on, verse 11.
But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. Separate thyself from thine enemies, and take heed of thy friends.
It says, stay away from your enemies. Don't deal with your enemies. And when you say you got a friend, take heed to them. Take heed of them. Pay attention to them. Make sure they solid. Make sure these is real brothers. Pay attention to how they treat others. Pay attention to how they treat others based on their circumstances. Pay attention to how they deal with you in certain circumstances. Verse 14. What is the importance of having a real friend? Verse 14.
A faithful friend is a strong defense.
If you got a real friend, they a strong defense on your spirit and on your physical. Come on.
And he that had found such a one had found a treasure.
Because real friends and real brothers like that are very hard to come by. Read.
Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend.
Ain't nothing better than, and can't nothing go against a faithful friend. Come on.
And his excellency is invaluable.
And that type of spirit, that type of brother is invaluable, meaning you can't trade that for nothing. You better not trade that for nothing. It ain't nothing worth as much as a real brother, a real friend that's going to always have your back, that's going to always look out for you in righteousness, that's going to check you and correct you when need be, because they want to see you at your best. And they want to ensure that you make it and receive salvation. That is what a real friend would do. Come on.
Verse 16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
Is the medicine of life. A faithful friend is a healing to your spirit. Read.
And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
And if you truly fear the Most High and trying to move in righteousness, you will find that real brotherhood. Come on.
Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
If you truly fear the Most High, you're going to have true, real, sincere brotherhood, or you're going to at least try to make sure that you do. It said you're going to direct your friendship aright. When your friend on some funny business, you're going to check that. When you on some funny business, your friend should check that. That is true brotherhood. But a lot of people don't understand that because they don't understand the Bible. Some of them have read these scriptures over and over, but it ain't never been explained to them in this fashion. A lot of times they're not in the right spirit. That's facts. Go to Stand Sirach, flip back to chapter 4. 4 and 7.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4 and verse 7. Get thyself the love of the congregation, and bow thy head to a great man.
I want to deal with the first part. Get yourself the love of the congregation. That don't mean swindle them. That don't mean lie. That don't mean put on a facade so people like you. This is talking about in righteousness. Be a lovable, likable, charitable, loving person and get the love of the congregation. Why is that important? Because a lot of these people be out here rebuking and cutting and trying to debate and all of this stuff. We don't even have a relationship. The purpose of the Southern California Israelite Community Alliance, a.k.a. SICA, was to get brothers from other congregations to pull up on us so we can sit down, fellowship, have love for one another, get to know each other, and eventually we'll get to those talks of doctrine and breakdowns. But if I don't know you, and you up here trying to cut me, I'm not hearing that. But if we got brotherhood, and I got love and respect for you, we can sit down and get it right. And I'm willing to hear it. And I'm willing to let my guards down because I see it's not a gotcha moment. This is sincere. I'm going to hear you out because this is sincere. That's why it's brotherhood over breakdowns. Because once we got brotherhood, we can have the breakdowns. But unfortunately, people want breakdowns over brotherhood. We ain't gonna deal with the law and righteousness like we supposed to. I want to fight with you. I want to debate. I want to prove that you wrong. It ain't sincere love. It ain't sincere love. And that's why this community is so messed up and divided right now. Because all of these great teachers and terrible leaders that ain't teaching true brotherhood, true sisterhood, true righteousness, true love. One more scripture in Sirach. Stay in Sirach, go to chapter 22. We almost done. Ecclesiasticus 22 and verse 22.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 22 and verse 22.
The importance of brotherhood. Read.
If thou hast opened thy mouth against thy friend.
If you've had to check your friend, you opened your mouth against your friend. Read.
Fear not.
Don't be worried about, they're going to be mad at me. If this is your friend, open your mouth against them. Check that. Say what you got to say. Don't be scared. Why?
For there may be a reconciliation.
There's going to be reconciliation. If this is your true friend and we get into it and because I was off, if I'm really your friend and I'm checking my spirit, there's room for reconciliation. Read.
Except for upbraiding.
Except for now this is the thing. Upbraiding. Let me do this. I'm gonna grab it from the Greek. Upbraid. To revile. To insult with insulting language. To inveigh against. So it was one thing to correct me. It's another thing to talk to me like I'm a piece of So it says, as a friend, if you got to check your friend and rebuke your friend, do that. But do it in love. Don't upbraid them. Because if you talk to them like they're a dog, when people get mad, they tend to treat you how they always wanted to treat you. the real them kind of comes out. So if you start talking to me like I ain't nothing, you been holding that. You said some things that you meant that. Oh, I was just mad. Nah, you wasn't just mad. You meant that one. You was holding on to that one. It can be reconciliation, but you may not be able to reconcile if you upbraid, read, or what else? Starting from the top, 22 from the top.
Verse 22. If thou hast opened thy mouth against thy friend, fear not, for there may be a reconciliation, except for upbraiding.
If you upbraid them, if you disrespectful, off the wall, read.
Or pride.
If somebody's being prideful because they didn't want to take heed to that correction or something, right? Read.
Or disclosing of secrets.
Or if there's certain personal information that I trusted you with and I spoke to you in confidence and it wasn't a sin, but you put my business out there and I trusted you not to do so. We may not be able to reconcile. Read.
Or a treacherous wound.
Or if you really like you went low. If you went low. Read.
For these things every friend will depart.
You'll probably lose your friend over that. But if you teaching somebody what true brotherhood and love is, you wouldn't even run into these situations because love is patient. Love is kind. So even if we getting into it, I'm going to check myself on how I deal with it. Out of charity and love. But a lot of people ain't teaching brotherhood over these breakdowns. A lot of people rather learn these breakdowns than to learn how to be a true brother or a true sister. That's why this lesson is brotherhood over breakdowns. Go to two more. Leviticus 19. And 17.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17.
Come on.
Thou shalt not hate thy neighbor in thine heart.
Or your brother, you shall not hate them in your heart. Now, this ain't saying, oh, I hope he die. I hope something really bad happens to them. They're going to clarify it right now. What does it look like when you hate your brother? What does it look like when you love your brother? Thou shalt not hate thy neighbor in thy heart, but what shall you do?
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Rebuke them. So it's hatred if you don't rebuke them. You must rebuke them and what?
And not suffer sin upon him.
And save their soul. And save their soul. Rebuke them. Don't upbraid them. Rebuke them. Don't make a treacherous wound. Don't go low. Rebuke them in love and correction to save their soul. That's what a true brother or a true sister would do. Bishop Tazayuan said it. I ain't mad though, but it's a lot of Israelites that still some, we got a lot of brothers that know all of these profound breakdowns, but don't know how to be a brother. Don't know how to correct their brother. Don't know how to have a conversation and be able to disagree respectfully. Don't know how to put my pride and my guard down to really hear my brother out and listen to understand instead of listen to respond. A lot of this is not happening and not being taught because brothers would rather learn all of these heavy breakdowns and ain't even drank the milk. Last scripture, 1 Peter 2. Last scripture, 1 Peter 2. Verse 17.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 17. Honor all men.
Salakia, 2 and... Nope, yep, go ahead. Honor all men. Show reverence and respect to all men. Read.
Love the brotherhood.
One more time.
Love the brotherhood.
2 more times.
Love the brotherhood.
Love, embrace, show, push the brotherhood in righteousness. Show the people what righteous brotherhood looks like. Love and embrace righteous brotherhood. Read on.
Fear God.
Fear God. Read.
Honor the king.
Fear God. Honor the king. Show love to the brotherhood. Push the brotherhood. Brotherhood is the most important thing in Israel behind the fear of the Most High God, which technically they go hand in hand. But why is that? Because the brotherhood, having a solid, strong, righteous brother and sisterhood, will allow room for correction, will allow room for a community, will allow room for us to be able to build with one another, because if I love you and I trust you, it's easier for me to work with you, and we can actually do real life community building. With all of these breakdowns and all of these understandings, why the hell are we still so divided? Because there is no brother or sisterhood. It's too many egos. It's too much hatred, too much division, too much discord in Israel. And some of these individuals don't truly understand brotherhood because they have brotherhood in wickedness. You know your brother is sinning and being wicked. Why won't you check it? And when somebody else checks it, why are you trying to dance around it? It's not real brotherhood. So again, brotherhood over breakdowns. I pray to the Most High that there was some understanding given in this class. I pray to the Most High that you guys online have a solid understanding of the importance of righteous brother and sisterhood according to the law. I hope and I pray that Israel gets this leaven out of the nation and we can have sincere brotherhood and sisterhood. And I hope one day we stop equating good teachers with great leaders. And I hope we can one day learn to discern the two. With that, my real brief rundown. Every Monday, we got Bible Basics. I'm sorry, every Monday we got Los Discípulos de las Palabras, with the exception of the first Monday. So that's our Spanish class. With the exception of the first Monday of the calendar month, we have Bible Q&A. Any questions that you have pertaining to the scriptures, history, information, whatever, ask your questions there and we will answer them. We don't profess to know everything, but all the things that we do know, we will give you. And if we don't have the answer, we will go and find the answer for you. Every Tuesday, we have Bible Basics. Every Wednesday, we have World History According to the Bible. Every second and fourth Thursday, we have Stick to the Script. Every Friday, we have the lineup, the Blue Strip with Yashamai, Room 144, with one of the bishops or the Apostle Ashnapash, followed by Sound Doctrine, which is my segment. Saturday, we have War for the Kingdom with Bishop Yazequel out in Macon, Georgia. And we close out the Sabbath with Bishop Tsayawan, Feed the Sheep. We got daily bread for you every day. Make sure you like the videos, subscribe to the channel, share the content so we can continue to teach our brothers and sisters this sincere milk. If you got any questions, any inquiries, hit us up at info@truenation.org. Any inquiries about becoming a member, getting boots on the ground in your states to get ready to get yourself built up to do the works. If you want to donate, go to our website, truenation.org, hit donate, and be a help and put your brick into this ministry, because we do this for y'all. We're trying to save souls and we're trying to do this the righteous way. So with that being said, I love y'all, Israel. I pray that you guys got some edification and some understanding. And I pray that in your hearts you understand and will do your very best to push righteous brotherhood over breakdowns. This has been another segment of Sound Doctrine with your brother Darash. Love y'all, Israel. Shalom.